EU chiefs miscalculated disastrously by assuming the UK was not prepared to quit the bloc without a trade deal in place, and the last gasp agreement was the result of its complacency, a French MEP has said. Nicola said the strategy was clearly one developed by Ursula von der Leyen's European Commission with no input from either the European Parliament or the European Council, with no evidence that it had learned its lesson even now. Mr. Bay, who represents the right-wing National Rally Party, was speaking as the Parliament began scrutinising the deal agreed at the end of the year, with no guarantee it would ratify it at the end of the process. He told Express.co.uk, "My concerns have never changed. Like many of my colleagues, I do not see myself as a near-universal legislator, a die-hard defender of abstract values. I am a French member of the European Parliament. I am primarily focused on defending the interests of France and the French. The fact that the UK-EU deal was only confirmed on Christmas Eve has meant the European Parliament has had no time to consider it before it. Both Ms von der Leyen and UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson signed off on it, but Mr. Bay said Brussels only had itself to blame. He said, "This rush was only the consequence of the blindness from Brussels. After having refused to accept the result of the Brexit referendum, after having long wanted to punish the United Kingdom, after having believed to be in a dominant position, the Commission realised, a little late, that London was ready for a no deal." Mr. Bay added, following its free trade dogma, it worked to reach a deal in a hurry, making itself look foolish in the process. In the final stages, trade was ultimately its only compass. In part, the problem was a consequence of the way in which the EU operated, Mr. Bay suggested. He explained, "It is obvious that the Commission has acted on its own, as it does whenever it has the opportunity. We have seen the result of this operation again with the catastrophic agreement negotiated with the Mercosur countries, which the Council has fortunately buried for the moment. Brussels is used to the Parliament being just a recording chamber and once again relies on the docility of MEPs for this Brexit deal." The agreement is currently being looked at by both the Parliament's Trade Committee and its Committee on Foreign Affairs, with the Parliament itself set to vote, either during an emergency session on February 23, or the monthly plenary which runs from March 8 to 11. In theory, the Assembly could veto the deal. However, in such circumstances, the Commission would be likely to find a way of keeping it afloat.